سلام اسم Arghawan Persankasta. I'm a registered nurse. I've been a registered nurse for the past 12 years now. I have my bachelor's degree in science and nursing. I've spoken to Nessie John before, and I'm here again to talk and to educate our Afghan community about COVID-19. So unfortunately, right now we've hit our second wave. What does that mean? We knew this was going to happen. We were hoping that it wasn't, but unfortunately we have hit our second wave. Since the first case in January, and we are 10 months into it, our numbers have increased, and this is what they call the second wave. Our numbers decreased dramatically. We had lower ratings, we had lower numbers of COVID cases, and unfortunately since September, our numbers have increased. October 2nd, we had the highest record of COVID cases of 732 cases. It's dramatic, but I want the public to know that now, knowing and being in this pandemic for the past 10 months, we are prepared in a sense where we have more testings being done. In Ontario alone, we have 153 centers that are doing COVID testings. We know more about COVID in a sense where we don't have a vaccine yet, unfortunately, but we do have treatments on how to treat symptoms. Our hospitals are more equipped. We know how to treat it. Another thing that is important as well is when it first came in, there was a scarce amount of personal protective equipment. We're talking masks, PPEs in general. So we were more prepared in a sense for it. At the same time, it does fall on the community. It falls on all of us. We do need to continue doing the basic things. The basic things are washing your hands, wearing your mask, yes, and I encourage everybody to please wear your masks, but that's not all. You still have to keep your 2 feet, 6 feet away from people. You still have to constantly wash your hands and follow what the province rules are right now. What does that mean for us right now? According to the new rules, in our household, we are limited to 10 people. If you have outdoor gatherings, it's 25 people. It's unfortunate, and I know it's exhausting. I mean, believe me, I understand, and I'm living it myself, but we have to follow these rules. And the reason why we have to follow these rules is because it depends on what we do now that our future will be. It all depends on what we're doing and what we practice now and what the grave future will look like. So it is important that we continue to do what we're doing, and I'm hoping that soon enough we'll have a vaccine, soon enough this will all go away, and it'll be just a story that we tell our children later on, but unfortunately it is what's happening. But it's important that we are educated, it's important that we are aware of what's happening, and we just practice safety and just think about everybody else as well. Another thing that was started as well in October, so starting October 4th, all the COVID centers, and we're talking 153 centers in Ontario, in the province, is doing COVID swabbing by appointments only. So that means for anybody that is interested in getting swabbed, you have to call and make appointments. Another thing that they're looking into as well is only swabbing patients or people that have symptoms, okay? So the symptoms range in cough, fever, nasal congestion, vomiting, diarrhea, fatigue. It's very vague, but the symptoms, you have to have some form of symptoms. So it can't be just wanting to test yourself for curiosity. That is something that's important as well. So appointments only, and also if you have symptoms. For other people that have high risk, meaning your job, your work related, or you had exposure to a COVID case, they'll take that into consideration as well, and they'll do a COVID swab. But it is important that if you want to get yourself tested, and I encourage it, but you do need to call and make an appointment first, okay? Keep in mind, you might be on hold for a bit, there might be a delay in a couple of days, but it is better than those extreme lineups that you saw in every center where they were out the door, and the weather's changing. We are approaching winter, so I think it's best about the appointments, and hopefully we'll go from there, and I'm hoping that'll help as well. Another thing that I want to touch base with everybody as well is, thank God this virus itself, majority of the people, let's say 80% of the people that get COVID, we recover. Thank God it's the symptoms, we treat the symptoms and we're okay. But please remember that the other 20% or people that are 60 and older who have conditions, for example, diabetes, high blood pressure, heart issues, any respiratory illnesses, for those, COVID-19 can be extremely dangerous. So we do need to be cautious that yes, we're young, we're healthy, that it might not affect us that badly, but we need to be considerate of our parents, of our grandparents, of our aunts, our uncles. So please, please, please be considerate of everybody in general, and to continue following the rules, washing your hands, keeping your distance, and hopefully very soon this will all end for us. I want to thank you everyone for listening. I want to thank everyone for taking in what I'm saying, and I hope everybody takes it in with good strive and with a patient and positive attitude. I thank you, and until next time, take very good care of yourself and please be safe. Khadafis.